Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of the original Chinese Dota 2 Slayers. It's the story of Team Liquid and how they destroyed Chinese Dota at TI7. Now, many people know that Chinese Dota's pretty dominant in Dota. They have won half of the TIs throughout Dota 2 history. If you look at other games, even League of Legends, the Chinese, the Koreans, they dominate the game. It's no surprise that in Dota, that is what is happening. Now, due to the fact that Chinese players dominate so much, the world is divided in half. Either you're on a board with the Chinese red flag, or you hate them. You literally despise Chinese Dota players, Chinese culture, just Chinese everything. You just hate everything in China. Well, in this story, if you really are the latter, I hope you guys stay tuned because this one is epic. In this specific story, I'm gonna look at two things. The first thing is how NAVI tried to destroy Chinese Dota in the first place and failed. And in the second place, I'm gonna look at Team Liquid and how they did come out on top. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're new, welcome to Crystalis Chronicle. If you go back to TI2, LGD Gaming was 14-0 in the group stages. Team DK, another Chinese team, was 11-3 in the group stages. Then on the other side, you have Invictus Gaming, 13-1. That's absolutely extraordinary. All the Chinese teams are at the top. Somehow, someway, NAVI go through the upper bracket, destroy everybody. And they go against Invictus Gaming, they defeat them. Go against LGD Gaming and defeat them. See, they're going against all of these Chinese, even Team DK, and somehow NAVI were able to come on top. But at the lower bracket finals, it would be LGD Gaming versus Invictus Gaming, where Invictus Gaming, IG, would come on top 2-1. Then at the grand finals, it would be NAVI versus Invictus Gaming. And Lord behold, despite playing so well, despite being the #1 team respected across the world, especially performing at clutch situations, NAVI, Puppy, Havos, they could not take down the Chinese juggernauts at the bitter end. They lost to Invictus Gaming 3-1. This goes to show that Chinese Dota remained supreme. There were so many Chinese teams at the international with so many dangerous weapons. Team NAVI tried their best and they couldn't.
Everyone hugging the Chinese flags come in. The pride on this team, the composure on the big stage. They take down the defending champions and they come out and they are celebrating the flags being waved.
Now at this very moment, at TI2 at the ending of it, when NAVI's Dandy and Puppy was dethroned, this was a turning point in the Dota international scene. This was a big moment where Chinese Dota had put their foot into the world. They have showed that we are going to dominate the #1 team in the entire world, and we will come into the #1 tournament and take over it. We're going to take over Dota just like we have taken over everything else. This is Chinese showing their domination, not just in everything else, but in Dota. This was a big moment in Chinese history, in Dota history, so remember this very well. TI2, when Invictus Gaming win TI, it was the moment when Chinese took over. And ladies and gentlemen, if you still don't believe what I say, let your eyes teach you a little thing. 2 years after TI2, TI4, Chinese team, Team Newbie, wins TI. Then, another 2 years later, Chinese team, Team Wings Gaming, comes out of the blue, out of nowhere, practically, literally flew into the tournament. And Lord behold, it was destiny that China wins yet again. Yeah, Chinese Dota is dominant. It has taken over everything. But this is the moment of change. The next TI, TI7, everything that you have witnessed in Dota for the past 6 years gets shattered. It gets broken. This is when Team Liquid enter the scene.
It really seems like just across the board on Liquid, they are on fire.
LFY versus Team Liquid.
Look for the big team fight. Who's starting the party? Hafu with the fissure. He gets 2, and now all hell breaks loose. Out comes the exorcism. DDC on the run. Mind control gets the megas. Liquid are close.
Going for the tier 4 mind control, popping that BKB. He's down to half. Can they actually kill him?
But
no,
still
he's gonna be
fighting
fine.
He's still fighting this. Miracle is fighting this.
What's going through your mind right now as you realize that you're now going to see the grand finals?
I want to win. I've waited for this day 4 years.
This is also Kuroki's third TI Grand Final. He's never won, so this is a huge opportunity for him to really prove himself. I think he's ready.
Only one best of 5.
Now in TI7, even though Team Liquid is #1 in the group stage, that doesn't mean that Chinese Dota has disappeared, that it has evaporated away. No, ladies and gentlemen. Chinese Dota is still there. It's very strong. It's still top of the game. They're ready to take more international money to their home. They want to take everything. Seriously. They want all the money in esports in their pockets. So Team Liquid entered the scene, a team full of many different players. A player named Kuroki, who lost TI3 in a very bitter, sad story, losing against Alliance. Then you have Liquid GH, a guy who literally doesn't know anything about international scene, entered it for the first time. Then you have Mind Control, a guy from Bulgaria. They're not even in the same country, yet they're playing together. Then you have Matumba Man, just a happy MMR top-ranked player. And then you have Liquid Miracle, the most dangerous player in Dota history. He unfortunately, in a sad tale, lost so horrendously to Team TNC in TI6 playing for OG. He was quite upset about it, and because of that, he joined up with Kuroki, who had the urge, the similar mindset as him. He wanted revenge. He wanted revenge in the international scene. Now Team Liquid had a mentality, like if you think about it deeply, Miracle lost against TNC at TI6 and Kuroki had the taste since TI3. They both had a nagging, deep, growing cancerous like revenge and hate towards the entire Dota scene. You see, they wanted to win TI badly, so badly you can't even understand. And the only thing that was in their way was the entire Chinese Dota. It was everything. It was the Chinese history from TI2 to TI6 to TI7. It was everything that had led up to this moment. Chinese Dota was in the way of Miracle and Kuroki's hate. Now what would come on top? Would Miracle and Kuroki be able to get revenge and conquer the world? Or would Chinese Dota remain supreme? This is what happens. This is the deep story within the story at TI7. Now TI7, let's go back to the group stages. Group stages, Team Liquid #1, 13-3. But then there's LGD Gaming yet again, 12 wins and 4 losses. #2 at the Group A ranking. Then on the other side you have more Chinese teams. So you have LGD Forever Young, their sister team, 14 wins and 2 losses. Then you have another Chinese team, Team NAVI, 11 wins and 5 losses. And then another Chinese team, Invictus Gaming yet again, with 10 wins and 6 losses. So you can see that the upper bracket is full of Chinese teams versus the world. And the significant part about it is that Team Liquid, no matter what odds, unlike Team NAVI, they never wavered. Kuroki did not waver.
No, like last time I played TI finals, I had to play against First Pick Profit all the time. I'm First Picking myself.
Now, after the group stages, Team Liquid face off against Invictus Gaming, a top-ranked Chinese team. And in the upper brackets, Team Liquid lose. Now you can tell the hate has grown even more superior. The first time in playoffs, they fight a Chinese team and boom, they lose right away. But that means they're not eliminated. They go to the lower bracket. And in the lower bracket, you have a chance, an elimination series, to go to the finals. It's a way to get your revenge. And it was the perfect stage, a perfect moment for Team Liquid, for Miracle and Kuroki, to build up, to progress, to learn as you go, to ultimately become the Chinese Dota Slayers.
We trusted each other and we believed in each other.
So in the lower bracket, the first team they face off against is Team Secret. They defeat them 2-1. Then comes Team Empire, 2-0. All these teams are coming in the way. They don't know what is built or going on inside the heads of Miracle and Kuroki. So they're just fighting against this wrath, this unknown enemy. Then you have Virtus.pro against Team Liquid. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same result. Team Liquid superior. The hate evolves. It manifests into something even more darker. No one is understanding this because it's Liquid versus China. And all these other teams, this Russian team, these European teams, they have no shot, no chance. And then, after Virtus.pro, here comes the line of revenge, the train of revenge. China was not ready. This was a moment where Team Liquid avenge and get revenge for losing TI3, for losing TI6 with Miracle, for getting eliminated at the upper brackets and going down to the lower bracket. Team Liquid get ready to destroy Chinese Dota. The first enemy that comes in their way is LGD Gaming against Team Liquid. The series is a one-sided thrashing, 2-0, Liquid on top. Then the next series, LFY Young, the sister team of LGD, Chinese team, let's get it. Team Liquid, 2-1, superior, Team Liquid yet again. And then finally, Lord behold, the best Chinese team versus the best unknown team. Team Liquid versus Team Noob. And ladies and gentlemen, in an absolute whitewash in the history of TI, we get to see a 3-0 destruction. Team Liquid explode at TI7 at the grand finals. They destroy Chinese Dota. They come on top. They show that their revenge, their hate is supreme.
It needs to do some damage, but right now NAVI dropping like flies and GG!
Holy shit, guys! Holy shit! Holy! Oh my god! Shit! 3-0. Nobody has ever done that. No one has ever done that! No one has ever done that.
They have taken over the entire Dota scene. A team full of crazy players. You see, they didn't just become the Chinese Dota Slayers, they manifested it. It was meant to be. After going down, after being kicked so many times, Team Liquid never wavered, never gave up. They believed in themselves. And they thought that their hate, their power, their inner strength was going to be supreme no matter what. And it is unfortunate to see that Chinese players, some players with good intentions like SCCC, to fight against that. You see, SCCC had no chance. Chinese Dota at that moment was going against hate of people that wanted to avenge their sisters and brothers and family members for all the years of drought, for all the years of suffering to Chinese Dota players. This was a moment of revenge, and SCCC could not do anything. Newbie had no chance. China had no chance. So ladies and gentlemen, this is why Team Liquid are the original Chinese Dota Slayers. They will remain supreme. They were able to get revenge for NAVI, a team that was so close, just at the brink of winning TI, but lost to a Chinese team. See, eventually China became on top because of that. But Team Liquid, just like that, in an instant, showed the world that they are number one. To this day, many Dota fans believe that Team Liquid's story and what they accomplished during that year remains supreme. Despite OG's fairy tale ending, despite Wings Gaming fairy tale ending, despite Team EG at TI5 with Sumail coming with epic story. Team Liquid's heroic slaying, their heroic conquest, their journey, their adventure through the entire scene, going against Chinese Dota, it remains to be on top. This is the story that remains to stab the heart of Dota. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Crystalis. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to get epic stories just like this. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to give you a present, a gift. The more you comment on a video below, you have a chance to win an immortal item in Dota 2. All you have to do is see my community board where I post some pictures of the available immortal items. And the next thing you gotta do is just comment on any videos. Just say what immortal you want. Every week, I choose a winner. And if you haven't, subscribe today. Anyways, I'm out.